Well, the cattle drive is over and we're no longer saddle sore. Putting the final touches on the show here is editor Tim Walton, doing a great job. You know, there's always questions that don't get answered in a show like this. Questions like, hey Jason, where'd you get that great cowboy hat? And more serious questions like, what about those kids on horseback? Is that safe? On first blush, it might look like it's not. But during the cattle drive, I did have a chance to ask Dustin and Harmony Cox all about the safety of their children.
If folks will see this, they'll say, hey man, those kids are way too young to be on horses. You know, they're bouncing around and everything. That can't be safe, but you guys have been doing this for a while. You must feel like it is.
Yeah, it is, and they get a balance about them. It's like, I guess in the city they get used to a trampoline. Out here they get used to a horse, and you know, before they're born they're on a horse, you know. Early in the pregnancy, my wife's riding a horse when it's safe, and then after that, just as soon as we can, we get them on. Our kids act better when they're on a horse than when they're off. But you know, safe. Things can happen. You know, you've got to be careful. In fact, on this portion of the ranch here, back when they had sheep, and I'm trying to remember the story, but with Carl's family, with his mom and his two older sisters. Horse reared over the Grandpa Gale was off checking the herd, and the horse, if I get it right, they horse reared over and got hurt, and they were able to. She turned to her Heavenly Father and had a prayer, and by the time he got back, everything was okay and was breathing again. So things can happen. There's a lot of farm and ranch accidents, so you've got to be safe. But
it is a dangerous lifestyle. We understand that, but I think the benefit outweighs the danger. There's something special about people in agriculture, about people who are around animals and horses. They're good people, and we want that for our kids.
So there you have it. Is there some danger associated with this lifestyle? Yeah, you bet there is. Does the family feel like it's worth it to have everyone involved with the cattle drive? They sure do. I should mention, while we were there, none of the kids got injured in any way on that cattle drive. Oh, and by the way, that question about where to get this hat, well, sorry, that's going to stay a secret.